Hey everyone, we're back for more Final Fantasy IV. Should be up here any second now. Okay. Looks like we're good. Alright. Here we go. Same deal as always. Final Fantasy IV using Project 2 mod. Yeah, we last left off at the Land of Summon Monsters, or Esperland as they retranslated it here. And if you also remember, we were about to go and do some experience farming. Now, you will remember from last time, those chests that you see in the background there, we did in fact open them already, but for whatever reason they don't change the background here, so it just looks like they're still closed. It's kind of weird, but yeah, that's what it is. What it is. Oh, come on, get out of my way. Okay. So yeah, before we fight the king and queen, we're going to need to be a little bit stronger. So give everyone float. He has his ice brand, good. He has a blizzard, also good. Unfortunately, I don't really have a weapon for him that's going to be terribly great. So here we're looking for one very particular encounter. It is not this one. Yeah, we're gonna be doing enough. We don't need to fight this thing. The cool thing is that when we're fighting it, we're basically immortal, so there's not really much that can go wrong. The whole point is that float makes us immune to everything. Nonetheless, I like to be prepared just in case we run into something that we don't expect. Back attacks are a real thing, and you need to respect them. Yeah, come on. Why is it that, like, when I want to be attacked, that's when I don't get an encounter ever? But the second I'm trying to get somewhere without being attacked, every 3 steps it's just attack, attack, attack. That's the random number generators for you. Okay, this might be it. Nope, wrong one. That's fine. No problem. Oh yeah, I have to change this because one of the things I realized, I don't know if they actually fixed this assassin dagger or not. In the newer versions of the game, they do fix it so it does randomly inflict death, but I know in the original one it actually didn't, so there's not really much point to using it. Well, if you're paying attention, you can kind of see the mechanic that we're looking to exploit with this guy. We just gotta find the right enemy. Because the thing is, these Nagas can actually hurt us. Not like a lot, but what's the point in fighting an enemy if it can actually hurt you? Oh, okay, so they did fix it. So they do have an assassin dagger that works in this game. Yeah, there is a version though where for some reason it isn't working, so there's that. Alright, well, we gotta find the right collar. Oh, not these things. Nope, bad. Yes! I'm not sure what the percentage chance of it activating is, but it seems like it's been pretty good so far. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3. I guess we're not going to be going 3 for 3. Alright, well, that's fine. I mean, so this is a totally fair way of leveling just by fighting monsters like this, but we can do better than that. It can be way easier. Alright, come on. Where are you? Okay, well, this is the monster we're looking for, but it needs to be with a collar. Because here's the thing. They can only use Quake on you. And I don't know how much you might remember or not, but yeah, Float makes you immune to Quake. Now, they're not worth a huge amount of experience, but they do die very easily, so... And they can't hurt you. That's the important thing. Yeah, I don't want to fight fiends. Remember, the fiends can charm you, and that's a huge pain in the ass to deal with. They counterattack with charm, I believe. So... But on this level is where we can find this one fight that we're looking for, so just gotta get it. Maybe Kane will have better luck. Nope. Alright, Rydia's turn. Can you find some collars? Let's do it. Oh, no dispatched. How is that thing not dead? Well, it's definitely dead this time. Alright, one more try. You want to kill it? Nope, guess not. Well. Okay, wait, maybe? Ah, no. What a tease. Wrong one. Ah! Get dunked on. Alright, Rosa, do you think you can do the job? Nope. Bad. Alright, fine. Let's give Edge a chance. Why do you play with my heart so? She's really good at using this assassin dagger. Knows how to stick it in just the right places. Kinky. Alright. Cecil, you get another chance. Find us that summoner. That is not the summoner. Alright. Let's do it again. This should not be this hard to find it. This shouldn't be that rare of a fight. Ah, there we go. Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. Oh! See how much damage that does? Yeah, the Conjurer is of no significant threat to us. Oh, I have to take 2 hits on this one. That's fine. Alright, come on. We'll see if Kane can get the job done in one attack. Nope. Alright, Rydia, do you want to kill this one instantly? Nope. Alright, Cecil, finish it. So, I think every one of these is, I believe, 880 experience. So, we're just going to kill a shit ton of them. Because we can. Oh, man. So close to getting one-hit KOs. I keep... Where's all of Rydia's instant death attacks now? She was doing so good. Oh, see, that one would have killed it in one hit. You know what? Let's give her some ice arrows and see how it goes. She is right-handed, so... Oh, yeah, they have to go into that hand. That's fine. So she won't be able to one-hit kill them, but she can definitely help finish it off. That'll be nice. I don't know how effective Rosa's mute arrows are on the Arachna, though. Okay, surprisingly good. I guess it's weak against aerial weapons. I know it's weak against ice, but I didn't... And it must be weak against the boomerang as well. Yeah, because he's holding the full moon right now. So if... Okay, well in that case... Yeah, well, we'll just give her more arrows. The Quake is pathetic. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will wear out the edges of my blades before these things can actually kill us. Yeah, that's fine. Well, here's the thing. If I'm going to have Rosa pray every turn, I should unequip her and let Rydia use the bow and arrow. That actually makes sense. Then Rydia might actually kill it. It won't only let me put 20 arrows in her hand at once. That's weird. Huh. Okay. Sure. Fine. That's a little bit better. Definitely guarantees that it can pick off one in conjunction with Kane, so why not? Mute arrows are also not terribly hard to come by. In fact, I think we even have better ones. I think we can buy Charm. Alright, come on. Yeah, the only thing you gotta be careful about is do not accidentally kill the Conjurer, because once you kill him, you can't get him. I think it is possible to revive him, but there's one enemy I think that can do it. I forget what it is. Maybe one of the butterfly ones. There is an enemy that has a revive attack that can revive the Conjurer if you kill him, but the Arachnid does not have that power, so once the Conjurer is dead, then the fight's over. What? How is this not dead? Alright. So we're going to make sure Kane jumps just so that we guarantee that he kills us in one hit. Now the thing is, like, if you don't have float, this quake actually hits for a fair bit and can be very dangerous. But with float, these things are absolutely no threat whatsoever. And they're so easy to kill. It's just ridiculous. Especially now that, you know, Rosa has prey, so she can just do that every turn, and we will heal way more damage than the Conjurer can ever possibly hope to deal. And it doesn't cost us any mana to do it. Yeah, we're going to be doing this for a little while. Because it's just so easy. And it's by far one of the best ways to get experience in this entire game. Nothing can go wrong. You're completely safe. And you get a boatload of experience for it. I once did this on my Super Nintendo copy of the game for, I think it was like an hour. And I actually gained so much experience that the counter rolled over, and I gained, I think it was 1,100,000 experience, but because it only can give you up to 999,000 experience in one fight, yeah, it just rolled over and only gave me 100,000 experience, so... yeah, pro tip, if you're ever doing this, and it should not be necessary to do it for that long, but if you're ever going to try to grind these things for a significant period of time, do not go for more than like 40 minutes. That's a safe amount of time. Yeah, because the thing is, you want to try to get somewhere between like 700,000 to 1 million experience. You don't want to go over 1 million, or you've just wasted like an hour of your time. Because the counter will just roll over. I didn't even know that that could happen the first time that I did that. But I feel like every time I play this game, I learn something new about it that I didn't know before. Which is surprising, given how many times that I have in fact played it. I also love that, you know, we're in a back attack right now, and it's completely meaningless as far as this fight is concerned. It literally doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, I should probably be attacking this thing. I think when Rydia runs out of arrows, maybe we'll stop. Whoa, we don't want Rydia to die. Much better. The only problem that Rydia really has is that for basically the entire game, she has significantly less HP than any other character. She is the most vulnerable in your party at any given point. Yeah, where it comes into play the most is against actually at the end of the game, when you're fighting against the final boss, because he has an attack that deals anywhere from 1 to 2,000 damage apiece. and depending upon how much health that you have Rydia with at that time, she can sometimes survive it, and sometimes she will just instantly die. So a lot of times you're stuck towards the end, you want to level up just so that Rydia doesn't die. Because a fight is way, way easier once you have Rydia summoning Bahamut every turn. But yeah, surviving Big Bang is really important. Because your entire party is going to be in like critical health, but she may be dead, and the less that she's dead, the better your chances of actually winning are. Ideally, for the final boss, you want to be around level 55. That's pretty safe. So we've killed like at least 20 of these so far. You can actually keep count using how many arrows Rydia has left. For every arrow she uses, we've killed 2 of these things. It'll all be worth it, though. That was a pretty pathetic attack. Come on, Paul. You can do better than that. I'm not gonna let TJ show you up, are we? Speaking of, yeah, for the Drunken Peasants, I believe this weekend is the private show in which Paul, Scotty, and TJ. I think Ben excused himself from it. But yeah, I believe Paul, Scotty, and TJ are having a burger eating contest, which will be pretty funny. So, yeah, you can't be letting TJ win that easily. He's been talking some pretty major shit about how he's gonna take down this contest. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Oh shit, that was the wrong one. Okay, well, the good news is we didn't kill him. Almost did. Here's what I'm gonna do, though. Just in case another accident happens. There we go. Yeah, that was almost really bad. We almost cut this a little bit short, which is fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to run some of the numbers in my head to get an idea of how much experience we're at. 20 times 900 or 9,000, so it'd be 180,000. $40 would be about 360,000. I think they need somewhere about like 30,000 to level up. Maybe less than that, actually. Yeah, in any case, we should be gaining a stupid amount of experience, but if I'm keeping count of this right. Or no, sorry, they need like 3,000 to level up, and they'll be gaining like 36,000. No, that's not right. Yeah, they'll be gaining close to 50,000 by the time we're done, I think. Huh? How's it not dead? That's fine. If my count is right, they should be getting close to 50,000. That'll be a lot of levels. Oh, that's why, because, yeah, he threw off my count here. And he probably did it last time, too, and I just didn't notice. He killed it in one hit. Okay, come on. And you're dead. I could use all the rest of these, honestly. If I use the rest of them, we should probably end up in like the 80 to 100,000 range. There we go. Whoa, one whole damage. Ooh, that's so scary. Let's have fun with this one. Ready? I use Ice 2. That should theoretically kill it. I'm not sure exactly how much damage it'll do. Probably at least a few thousand. Yeah, that's a lot. It's close. I think they have about 3,500 health. So it was close to a one-hit kill. But just a little short. You know, that time he had a critical hit, but it still wasn't enough. Yeah, the way the damage rolls work with weaknesses is kind of strange. You get some really wild variance in it, where sometimes, you know, you have a regular attack that actually does more than the critical hit does, just because of the variance in the weakness. But yeah, we're doing a good job of just annihilating these things. I wonder how scary it would be to just look down at that point and just realize, oh, you know, there's all these earthquakes underneath us. It's a good thing we're not falling. Especially given that there's all these lava tiles in the ground. Not something you'd really want to fall into. Yeah, I know, this part's... It's definitely not the most exciting thing that we've done so far, but it does help a lot. It makes the next two boss fights that we're gonna be fighting in just a few minutes, they're gonna be a lot easier now. I think we've been doing this for like, I don't know, a half hour? Something like that. I'm not going to do it too much longer. The other reason that this is also very helpful to do right now is the next part of the story that we have to do is one of the most frustrating areas of the entire game, because you have to fight what I consider the second worst enemy in the game, and you have to do it like, I don't know, 30-40 times. There are these trapdoor enemies that will kill one of your party members after like 2 or 3 turns. And yeah, it's just insane. Oh crap, that didn't kill him. The trapdoors will kill one of your party members and then turn into a random monster, some of them which are not pleasant to fight. And every single door in that entire cave is a trapdoor. It's just one of those things that makes you just absolutely hate walking through the cave. It's not optional. You have to do it. There's just no way around it. So, the stronger we are now, the better a chance we stand of being able to kill the doors before it manages to kill a party member. If you're really strong, you can sometimes just race it like that, and I'm hoping that by the time we're done here, we will be strong enough to race it. Because I really don't want to have to keep reviving party members after every single battle. What do we got here? Yeah, we're running low on these. I'll try to speed this up a little bit. Just get the commands in a little quicker. Yep. We're getting there. Yeah. There's not a whole lot to say about this. It's just annihilating these things. That's all. I mean, it's totally worth doing because, like I said, there is no easier place in the entire game to get experience than by doing this. So it means that for a significant portion of the rest of the game, you won't have to grind anything. You will just be leveled enough to just kind of run from as many battles as you feel like. And that's always nice. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just gotta buckle down and be willing to put in like a half hour or so. I mean, if you are, then it'll make the rest of the game so much easier. Alright, when Rydia runs out of arrows, we're going to end this fight. And then we're going to get a ridiculous amount of XP. It should be at least 100,000. At least if I'm counting right. Or at least, yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's assuming that, you know, I did the math correctly. But in any case, we're going to be gaining a bajillion levels. I believe when we went into this, Rosa was at level 34. Maybe 35. We'll see. Yep. Now they both got really low rolls on their attacks. That's fine. Oh, look out! There's an earthquake! Oh wait, never mind. Doesn't matter. And it's really weird too because, oh, that's the wrong guy. Yeah, it's fine. It's an amount of damage. It doesn't really matter. Now, what's really weird though is that this is one of the only enemies in the game that float is actually even good against. And it's in the cave where you need to use float. Like, after this point, like, there's not really any reason to ever use it again. Because pretty much for the rest of the game, no enemy is going to use Quake against you. This is really one of the only ones. So, I don't know. It's almost like this spell exists for, like, two purposes. To not take damage in the overworld map, and to be able to, you know, kill these things with ease. That's pretty much it. Not a terribly useful spell, but on the other hand, it's very useful in this regard. Even though we're probably never going to use it again. So I think she has 3 left, so we're getting close to the point where we're going to just start annihilating the summoner, and then this fight will be over. Oh, see, that time he came to play. Yeah, Cecil. 85 damage, that was pathetic. What was the point of attacking? Don't you love how he goes from doing like over 3,000 damage to doing 85 damage? Those are some really wild rolls on the attack damage. Alright. I think we're about done here. I don't know if his magic being sealed actually prevents him from being able to cast anything, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to matter. Yeah, because he's dead as a doornail. And this fight is over. Cecil, end it. It's time to reap the rewards. Alright, ready? Alright, 75,000. Not too bad. 2, 3, or that's 2, 3. So it looks, yeah, everybody just leveled up 3 times from this one fight. Also, yeah. They all just dropped a bunch of random crap. Oh yeah, they did need about 30,000 to level up now. So, yeah, I think everybody gained 3 levels. Alright. That should be good for a while. Honestly, like, it's something that if you want to do it longer, like, there's absolutely no reason why you can't. So. Oh, hey. I make awesome videos, huh? Well, I don't know if I would describe it like that. I mean, I do them. I don't know if they're actually good or not. But I enjoy doing it, so. Vanilla wafer, huh? Alright. Oh, yeah, I'll check it out sometime. Alright, yeah, I'll give it a look up. Alright, but you came at a good time though, because we're about to do the fun part, which is we're going to fight Queen Ashura. It's one of the most unique fights in this entire game. She does not ever actually attack you, she only counterattacks. Alright, let's see here. Yep, you remember she's in the bottom of the library. Let's... Yeah, we want to equip... you're gonna get... the defender. You are going to get... Huh? You know what? That's probably why. I think I had him equipped with the poison axe before. That's fine. Yeah. It'll be okay. This is all about just getting the maximum amount of damage off, so it'll be alright. Yep. Yes, we're gonna fight. Alright. So she is just gonna cure herself. Now, there is no point to attacking her until she has Reflect on her. She will never attack you. She will only ever counterattack. Yeah, I know it may not be that important, but we gotta give Rosa back her bow. Actually, you know what? Take the Mage Masher back. I forgot to give you your weapon. Yeah, and parry. Alright, you, first of all, are gonna need this back. Take the good bow. Actually, take the good arrows as well. You know what? I only have 10 of those ones. Take the ice arrows. I don't anticipate Rosa ever having to attack here. However, she does need to do this first, because this is what makes this battle winnable. You will never do enough damage to just outpace her healing. If you go into this battle not knowing wall, you will literally have to kill yourselves, because that's it. You can't ever hurt her. She will counterattack you when you hit her. Yeah, we want Cecil attacking more. Okay. Oh, that was a lot. Now, the second that you see her starting to heal herself again, you'll need to recast wall. So, just watch out for that. Ow, that hurt a lot. And her attacks are another thing that vary wildly in the amount of damage that they do. Some of them are fine, some of them hurt quite a lot. Yep. Fury, yeah. Just put it on Cecil. Then he'll just be on auto-attacking. It's a little dangerous to do that, but it helps. We're not really in that much danger at this point, so it makes his attack go up a little bit too. Holy crap, that was amazing. It would have helped, you know, if maybe ow. Okay. It would be cool if somebody else besides Cecil would get the random heals. Okay, Rosa's definitely gonna have to heal people now. Ah, why can't Rydia get that? If we're lucky, then... Nope, okay. Well, that helps a little bit. Ow. There we go. See? Now, Asher will help. Sweet. However, oh, nope, wrong way. We gotta go save because that was just the first of 2 fights. So we have the Queen's aid now, but yeah, Leviathan is a different story. Tent time. Okay. You know what? Yeah, we're fine. We've finally hit the point where using a tent does not restore 100% of everyone's MP, because Rose is still down a little bit. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? I don't need it. No, we'll be fine. If she runs out of MP, I'll just use an elixir and it'll be cool. So the other thing now is now Rydia has access to Ashura, which it gives you random healing. So Ashura, every time you use it, will randomly cast either Life on your entire party, Cure 3, or Cure 4 on your entire party. Yeah, I'm gonna fight you. You know what? I still want vengeance. You sunk my ship. You literally sunk my battleship, and I've not forgotten about that yet. Okay, well, what a way to start the day. Oh, that's a pretty good hit. Yeah, I think Rosa is just going to be casting Cure 3 every round. The unfortunate part is because Kane's going to jump every time, he's going to miss some of the random healing. You know, I might have him not jump this time just so that he does get the heal. Because I don't want him to miss it. You know what? Yeah, he's Leviathan. We should be using lightning on him. Edge, I think, knows Blitz, so could do that. Rydia also can do this. Can Kane jump in time? No. No, you got hit by it. That's fine. Damn it, I forgot. It's so hard to remember that Edge has magic. Alright, we got the healing off on Kane at least. This is a good time. We can use Rama. That's lightning based. Ninja. Alright, we haven't used Blitz yet, so... Oh god, he's gonna die. Very powerful. Also, that's much better for him. Come on, Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. No! Damn it. That does not help. Alright. Now we're in some danger. Astro does some really good work when it heals. The problem is it only heals 2/3 of the time. The other one-third it just casts life, and often that's not good enough to let you live through the battle. So you don't want to rely on Rydia having to do that, because it's a gamble what's going to happen every time. Alright, come on. Yeah, ow. He needs to be healed. Should be almost dead at this point. I don't know how much more punishment he can possibly take. It's a tough fight, but it's far from unwinnable. Come on. Yeah, I think Edge is not going to have enough MP to do any more blitzes, so this is the last one he's got. Yeah, let's full heal the party. There we go. Bam. Now, see, this is really good. Rydia really needed to know that. Because later we're going to have a boss fight where we need to have the maximum amount of damage per attack possible. And Leviathan is, right now, one of the most powerful attacks that any of my party knows. Alright, you go there. Yeah, it should be fine. However, Rosa's magic. She's missing, I think, Holy and one other spell, which I can't think of off the top of my head. Protect, I think that's the other one. Well, we are done here. Actually, you know what, there's one thing we should do. Let's grab some more arrows, because we used almost all of them, actually. I think I'm fine with having her use the assassin dagger. Just the ability to randomly kill things. Like, she doesn't physically attack much, but if she's gonna physically attack things, I would like her to, you know, have at least the possibility of killing them in one hit. That'll help Reza a lot too. Yeah, I had it right. Okay. Yep, arrow always goes in the right hand. And I don't need this anymore. I think everything else will keep. Well, can we though? It's tough. I want to keep all this stuff, but on the other hand, you know, we'll throw some of it in the fat chocobo, because we're gonna pick up a fair bit of treasure in the next area. And I want to make sure I can not have to leave anything behind. The most important item we find from the next area is the light sword, which I will give to Cecil, and then Kane will get to use the defender for the rest of the game until he gets his final weapon. Alright, we're going to take the shortcut outside. Alright, two things here. One, free healing is the best healing. Two, there's a fat chocobo in here, and we're gonna throw some things in it. Probably am gonna keep the Avenger sword though, because that actually can come in handy. I might want to give that to Cecil, to be honest, because everything that he does in this next area, I just want him attacking 100% of the time. But we don't need the Drain Sword, and the Ice Brands probably don't need to stay. Also, the Rat Tail we're not going to need for a little while. Alright. It's not going to let me give that to him. That's fine. Drain, Ice Brands. We're not going to use those. Actually, we should use them. No, we may need these. Because, yeah, alright. Also, I think it's time for us to use these silver seeds. Rydia is the one that always gets the permanent health booster items, simply because she's the one that has the lowest health all the time, so. Alright, let's get out of here. Nobody wants to do the sealed cave, but it has to be done. You know what, I think we are going to do this. We're going to give Cecil the Avenger. Means he's not going to get, at least until he gets the light sword. This ought to be a winning strategy. This lets us get, I think, the maximum amount of damage. Alright. Should probably go and make sure we're stocked up on items too. let's see. We're gonna need a lot of revives, probably, so... Revives and cures. The good news is that we have tons of money, so we can afford to buy a bunch. So we have 32 of those and 32 potions. Fantastic. Buy 20 more of each. There, that'll be sufficient. Honestly, we're probably going to go through more Cure 2s than we are Revives, but I'm not going to have to buy any more of those for the rest of the game. The truth is, we're probably going to need like 20 for this area. It's just, it's awful. Actually, we're going to do one other thing here. We're going to move Edge to the front row. Which, this is good when you want to be in an aggressive setup. He's the only one that you ever really want to move. He goes in the back row when you need to be defensive. He goes in the front row when you want to be offensive. And this is an area where, since he's going to die instantly either way, you just want him to be as offensive as possible. This cave feels like it goes on forever. Alright. No, we're not fighting bats. Screw that. Ah, it's a trapdoor. Who would have guessed? Oh, fuck. They have, I think it's about 6,000 health, so if you can deal 6,000 damage before they take their next... Nope, too late. Yeah, Sandy summoned the thing. Well, get used to that. That's going to happen a lot. Also, don't expect there to be something behind every one of these doors either. Most of the time, it's just worthless crap that you don't care about. Yeah, the number of times you open up one of these doors and find nothing behind it it's demoralizing. I think this is actually worse, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Koetsu is equivalent to the full moon, but it's the slashing damage type, I think, instead of the ranged. I should say it's a... I don't know if they actually divide it by like slashing or not, but it's melee as opposed to ranged weapon. Oh fuck, no, not Cecil. Please, not Cecil. The other thing is, I think the weaker that the trapdoor is when it dies, the less HP the monster that spawns out of it may have. I'm not 100% of that, to be honest. It's been a very long time since I had to fight these things, so... Alright. And yes, I am gonna fight every one of these doors just on principle. Because, fuck it. Yes! We got lucky with damage rolls and managed to kill it fast enough. Yep, nothing. Oh, no. I tried. It's a race. We're like on the borderline of being able to kill him fast enough. It really just depends whether Cecil's gonna hit hard enough with the Avenger quick enough. Alright. Oh, this is the room that everybody hates the most. There are like 10 of these doors in this room, and behind like 2 or 3 of them there are things actually worth having, including the light sword. Oh, Cecil died. Oh, and it was so close to dying. It only had like 100 health left. Alright, come on. Yep, nothing behind this one. I think it's the middle one's the one that has the light brand. And this, yeah, oh yeah, we're just tapping the button as fast as we can just to hope for the best. If you get good enough damage rolls, it'll die fast. Yes! Got it! Oh yeah, is this, I think this is the one. Ah, shit, no. Bats are just awful. They take forever to fight. Okay. Yeah, so. Behind this chest, this is the light sword. Now the question is, do I give him light? Yeah, what's stronger here? If I give... Should I give Kane the Avenger or leave him with the Defender? We're gonna try Kane with the... Alright. Oh, this is really close, because... Alright, let's give it a shot like this. I think the Avenger, like, the Fury bonus might be slightly better than the extra couple points of attack. So, we're gonna give it a shot. I don't know if the light element is going to be relevant here. No, not Rydia. Rydia's the one that needs to level up the most. She has the least health and she needs it. Alright. Alright, you know what? I'll try it like this, I guess. I'm not actually sure what the light veil does. One second. I'm gonna look it up quick in the documentation. Yeah, this is another one of the items they added back with Project 2, so I'm not quite as familiar with it. Let me just find it fast. Fantasy Project 2 item list. Here we go. Fantastic. Grants the user wall for a small amount of time. Okay. So it's an item that just uses reflect on your character without needing to cast it. Alright, fair enough. I can live with that. I don't know if I'm ever going to use it, but I don't know, maybe against like Bahamut that might be useful. Okay, let's I don't know if Cecil gets a good hit in, maybe. Nope. Damn. Alright. Alright, let's try doing it the other way. Let's give Cecil back the Avenger and see if we can kill him with Cain. I think the speed might be relevant to this, so yeah. See if this helps. Agility 31, Cecil's agility is 26. However, Berserk, I believe, will help him get a hit in before that, so I'm hoping that maybe this will help a little bit. This might be the right setup. Oops. Yeah, wrong guy. Alright, here we go. I think we just came out of this one, right? No, we just... yeah, alright, there's nothing there. Yep, trapdoor. Fantastic. Yeah, that's not a good hit. Nope. Oh, a miss. That's awful. Well, Rose is probably going to kill it, too. Oh, no. Now we have to fight one of these things. Yep, this one has a save point in it. We're gonna go fight the other trapdoor here, and then we'll save. Ah, another weak hit. Come on. Oh, that's awful. Now she's totally dying. I think he targeted Rydia. I didn't see. Yep. Rydia's totally... Well, this seems to be the better way to go because it means Cecil, Edge, and Kane are all getting in a hit before now. Maybe I just need to give her something else. Yeah, I don't think... I don't know. The Mage Master doesn't seem like the right choice, though. I think... it's tough. I don't know if the instant death works against these things. Alright, we'll try with the other one. It has a slightly higher attack, so maybe we'll get lucky on some of these. Who knows? Koetsu, yeah, we don't need that. This Dark Hood, however, I think that's something for Edge. Increases defense, lowers attack by 2. No, we need his attack to be as high as possible. And Dark Hood is not where we want to be, and we don't want to be fighting these things either. Well, the good news is that everybody in our party has at least 1,000 health now, so... For anyone who's all OCD about that, you know, all the numbers in the screen line up now because they're all at least 4 digits long. Ideally, by the end of the game, everybody has close to 2,000 health at minimum. Oh, yeah, 10. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Do a quick save. No, not another door. No, they're everywhere. You will never get away from these things. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna destroy these things. I'm gonna take in their shit. That's pathetically weak. Okay, ready. Good rolls, good rolls, good rolls. That was pathetic. I don't think that's good enough to make up for it, to be honest. Well, on the plus side, it's not going to be Rydia that dies this time. Yeah, Cecil's just probably going to kill it. Oh, alright. No, Edge should nail it then. Good, Rosa actually gets experience for this fight now. Remember, they only get XP if they survive. So, when somebody dies from the stupid trapdoor, it just screws up the amount of XP that everyone's supposed to get. I don't even think there's anything behind this door. We're just fighting it because we can. No, not Edge. Come on, kill him. Nope, not quite fast enough this time. Nope, nothing. It's just every single door is like this. This is why Golbez did not want to have to go in this cave, by the way. This cave is a fucking living nightmare to him. He's not gonna bother himself with this kind of grunt work. Yeah, let's remember why it is that we're here. We're trying to get this dark crystal before Golbez steals it. Oh crap! No, I don't want to go down here yet. I want to go and fight that door. Yeah, remember, Golbez was trying to open the sealed cave in order to get to get the crystal from it, but it was locked shut until we came in here. Okay, we got over 100,000 gold now. That's pretty good. Just, yeah. Imagine how Golbez would have felt trying to actually do this. Nope, not this time. Sorry. You dead. Yeah, of course a monster appeared. That's what they do. And there's no reason for there to be anything behind these things, so they're just there to annoy. It's fine. That's why we bought all of these revives, because we knew this was going to happen. Alright, come on, climb down the rope. Yeah, that's what that's supposed to be. It's a rope, I guess. I don't know. No! No, wrong square. You have to walk around it. Okay. Oh, that's a good hit. That was not. Okay, there's a chance. Yeah! Got it. Finally, DP managed to do something right. I am so looking forward to this hamburger eating contest. Because I don't think that there's any way that, like, TJ's eating 10 fucking hamburgers. He's bragging about how he's gonna do it like it was nothing. And, I know he's a fat fuck, but he's not that much fatter than me. And there's no way that I could possibly eat 10 fucking hamburgers in one sitting. It just would not happen. He's gonna be crying after, like, the 4th or the 5th one and be like, I give up. I want to see it so badly, because I know exactly how it's going to turn out, and it's going to be hilarious. I think that Scotty's probably going to win. I don't know how we would manage to cheat at it, but I wouldn't put it past him. I think Paul will come close, but I'm pretty sure Scotty will beat him. Because there's no way that he's going to ever, like, admit defeat to Paul. This is just not going to happen. Alright, well, this is the last room of this cave. But, of course, the last door is obviously a trapdoor. Why would it not be? Actually, the last door is a little bit more than a trapdoor, but we'll get to that. All in good time. Alright, yeah, we'll take it. Alright. So we got the dark crystal. Not to be confused with the dark crystal, which is a very delicious drink. Dwarves really love it. They get hammered on it all the time. Okay. This is where things get kind of iffy. Alright. You are going to need the good arrows for this. Alright. So, remember, this entire cave is a booby trap. So, what could you possibly think is going to happen when we try to walk out of here with the crystal? Yeah, there's a trap guarding it. The last fight here is, Alright, Rosa needs to cast slow on this thing. And I think she can do it up to 3 times. Slow, yes. It should be weak against that. Yeah, Leviathan is going to be super necessary. So, here's the deal. If the wall gets all the way over to the right, the entire party is going to die. We have to kill this wall before it annihilates the party. And Leviathan does a huge amount of work here, dealing almost 5,000 damage with one cast. I think slow stacks up to 3 times, so we're gonna use it again. The slower it moves, the faster we're gonna get through. There we go. See? Made it look easy. Yeah, Leviathan does a huge amount of work, so... Here's the problem, though. We can't actually leave the cave. Okay. You can't use exit to get out of the cave, and there's a reason for it, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, yeah, let's save here. So yeah, exit is turned off, however warp is not, so we're gonna use that. Wrong one. Come on. think this is the first area. No, here we go. Alright, look away for a second. Just ignore the man behind the curtain. I don't know why I would ever possibly want to do this. There couldn't be a reason. Oh, okay. I think everybody knows the drill by this point. Uh-oh. Like Scotty's gonna listen to the chat. Oh, what a useless sack of shit. It's okay though, King Guyot put his faith in us. And then, I mean, we know how that goes. So, oh, look at this, the Tower of Babel. Can't even go in it anymore. It's just protected by an energy force field because they have all the crystals and they're going to activate the tower. Alright, well, we tried. I mean, we didn't try very hard, but we did try. Now we gotta go and tell King Guyot that we failed him for like the 3rd time. Oh, it's about time. Good old Billy the Fridge here to rescue us. Hey, Paul, maybe, focus. Yeah, leave Trap Ben alone. Get your ass back to work. Stop fucking around with Billy. He just worked himself to exhaustion. Yeah, I know people of the overworld aren't bad. I'm one of them. I mean, I didn't see any drill get attached, but sure, let's say that it, for the sake of argument, that that's what happened. But yeah, now you can see airship has a drill on it. So we're gonna drill our way out. So for the third time now, we're gonna explode this fucking dormant volcano, I guess is what it is. Well, it's gonna be active now. We just opened the ship back up. Alright, well, here's the thing. Before we do any of that, there's the matter of this little rat tail that we picked up. We're gonna need this. Now, the thing, you could actually go back into the Eplon cave, but if you try to go into the Tower of Babel again, it'll tell you that it's sealed off by powerful energy. So, I mean, they did actually think to, you know, seal it off, but it's just kind of it's a waste of time to do it. But just, yeah, in case anyone was curious, you can try to go back, but you won't be able to. Yeah, funny ore, huh? No tail, no ore. Well, there are two kinds of tails you can give them. You can give them a rat tail, and you can give them a pink tail. You pick up a rat tail. Holy Toledo. Alright. Yeah. The rat tail you can pick up once from the Esperland, or the Land of Summon Monsters, or whatever you want to call it. However, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the pink tails, you can find as many of those as you want. They're just extremely rare. They're only dropped by the Pink Puff enemy or the Flan Princess, depending upon which version of the game you're playing. And it's the rarest item that the Pink Puff can drop. It's a 1 out of 64 chance, if it drops an item, I believe, of it dropping a pink tail. But here's the problem. You can only encounter the Pink Puffs in a room in the last dungeon of the game. And when you encounter them, you only find them at 1 out of every 64 battles. They're extremely rare, and it's nearly impossible to get a pink tail. However, if you do manage to get one, you can trade it to that guy for more adamant ore. The first ore you give this guy, he uses it to upgrade your legend sword into Excalibur. The second time you give him one, he'll take the adamant ore and he'll make you adamant armor with it. And when you have adamant armor equipped, you are basically invincible. It gives you, I think it's like a plus 150 defense, which is insane. It's like triple that of any other armor in the game. It also gives you, I believe, like plus 15 magic resistance, and you have an elemental resistance to every element type. So there's basically nothing in the game that can hurt you once you have an adamant armor. You really just can't die. You know what? before we go there, let's have fun. I don't know if we can do it yet, but we're gonna try. This is gonna be very difficult. But we are going to try to kill Odin. And why are we going to do this? Because he's an Esper and we can get him to join us. He's not a very useful Esper, but he's one of the more iconic ones, since he uses his famed Zanetsuken. Just instantly kills all enemies on screen. Doesn't work on every enemy, but it works on most of them. However, this fight is extremely dangerous. Yeah, if you remember, he's actually weak against lightning, so we're gonna try to get him on that. It's hard to do without Kane, though. Normally, you're supposed to wait until you get your 5th party member back. Yep. But you can. It's not impossible. And here's the thing, you really don't have a lot of time to be dicking around with healing for the most part. You just have to try to get in as much damage as you can and try not to die, pretty much. Because once he uses Zanetsuken, you pretty much just die on the spot. There you go. Got him. Yeah, you get like 2 or 3 turns, and that's it. So he was about 1 turn away from just killing the entire party in 1 attack. All right, so we did it. We got him. I guess while we're here, yeah, we'll get some free. No, you know, we don't need to heal because we're gonna get the airship anyway. So yeah, remember that Golba still has all the crystals, and he's busy trying to activate the Tower of Babel, and is going to destroy the world with it, basically. We don't have a whole lot of time. Alright. Over to Mysidia. Oh, look, you know that, shit is going south when there's a greeting party. Well, that's just how it is. Yeah, in case you did not get the Mysidian legend last time, here it is again. I'm not going to read it this time. We already did that once. Yeah, those were my knuckles, and should not be doing that. This is the one time, like, you know, in video games where, like, prayers actually do something useful. You know, not like in real life, so. Yeah, actually, we are pretty close. I think we're about, like, I'd say 85% of the way through at this point. Yeah. This is the thing, though, like, prayer actually does something in this game, because apparently, like, the earth can hear them. So, as much as I like to diss on religion a lot, I can't really do so in this game, because it actually, you know, does something practical. Actually, on multiple occasions, their prayers do something useful, so, you know, there is some form of God listening to them. Yeah, and this is definitely one of the coolest airships in any game ever. An airship that also is a spaceship. The lunar whale is just freaking awesome. Oh yeah, the voice calling for you to go to the moon. Well, here's the thing, yeah, they don't know it's a spaceship yet. I would also just like to remind everyone that there are still technically 2 moons, so... Oh, really? Are we really doing this? I'm not even going to do anything. I'm just going to let Cecil kill them all. He's got the Avenger equipped. He's just going to berserk and just kill everybody. I don't even think they're going to get a turn before he just annihilates them all. His agility is just so much higher than theirs. A whole 175 experience. Amazing. But yeah, there are 2 moons in this game, and only one of them is natural to the Earth. The other, as we found out in the Land of Espers, one of the moons was not always in orbit around the Earth. Which really makes you wonder how that happened. Alright, there's a few areas of interest here. Oh yeah, being able to slow the airship down to park it is great. Well, the funny thing is, it actually kind of is a space station, if I'm perfectly honest. So, here's one of the caves. This is where all the naming ways live. Or I should say the humming ways, but... the naming way actually comes from this area, so... There is a naming way in here, and there's also a shopkeeper in here. Now, one of these people will sell you items. Yeah, this guy. This is, I think, the only shop in the game where you can actually buy X potions. And now, I was also talking earlier, remember, we just got the rat tail and traded it for the adamant ore. And the only other tail that exists in the game that you can trade for more adamant ore is the pink tail. However, these sirens down here, you can actually use them to summon the Flan princesses. So instead of having a 1 out of 64 chance just to encounter them, you can just instantly summon the rarest encounter in whichever area you use that in. So in the one room where the Flan princess spawns, it is the rarest encounter. Which means then it is simply a 1 out of 64 chance that the Flan princess will drop a pink tail. And you know what, for this playthrough, I will go through and I will get one one pink tail so you can see how awesome the fucking adamant armor is, because it is like the most fun thing in the world to play with. Especially if you get a cursed ring from Mount Ordeals and from one of the souls that's on there, which they're fairly easy to come by. I think Edge can steal them. But in any case, the cursed ring actually reduces your stats up by a little bit, but it turns all your elemental resistances into elemental absorbs. So when you combine the adamant armor with the cursed ring, not only do you not take damage from any elemental attacks actually heal you. So you could have Rydia, for instance, use like Fire 3 on your character and heal for like 3,000 damage. Well, interestingly enough, that they did actually carry over the whole adamant armor thing into the remakes of this game. Like the one on the DS, one of the cool things about the DS version is you can do up to 3 playthroughs, and they're new game pluses basically, but only augments and a few items. I think the augments and I think adamant armor is the only other thing that you get to keep between playthroughs. So the cool thing is, if at the end of the first playthrough in the DS version you actually get 5 adamant armors for your entire party, you get to start the second playthrough with everybody having adamant armor, which is the most awesome thing ever, because you never have to fight a random encounter in the entire game. You can literally just only fight the bosses and they can't kill you, because the adamant armor just gives you like 150 defense, which is absolutely ridiculous. You will take basically 0 damage from them. So later on, when we're ready to go into the last dungeon, I'll buy a whole bunch of sirens so we can try to get one. But yeah, now adamant armor is like one of the coolest things that you can possibly find in a Final Fantasy game, and it's unfortunately in the SNES version of this game, you could not actually use sirens like that, or you couldn't just go and buy them. There are versions of the game where you can use Edge to steal the sirens, but they don't exist in every version, unfortunately. It's just cool though, in this particular mod of the game, which this is the Project 2 one, they did actually add the siren to the last store there, so I appreciate that. I think that's really awesome. Oh wait, what are we doing? Why would we want to use a cabin or a tent? We have this awesome airship that has this totally cool feature. Down here, these are all sleep pods. You have your own inn for free on your airship, so you can heal as often and as much as you want without paying for it. And you also get your own fat chocobo, so you can add or remove items as you feel like it. Yeah, I don't think I need a lot of this stuff for... put this away, put that away. I'm not going to actually use this. Oh yeah, you know what? There is one other thing that we have to do. Normally, you wouldn't do this until after you come back from doing what you're supposed to do on the moon, but another kind of secret thing that you can do. The trigger for getting the Excalibur sword is not defeating the next area of the game. It's actually just going to the moon and coming back. So if you do this before you go into the next area, you get the sword before you're normally supposed to have it, which helps a lot because its attack is also pretty insane. It's the second strongest sword in the game. And we're going to go get it right now, because that's going to make fighting Bahamut a hell of a lot easier. I think he should be done with it at this point. Yep, here we go. Now Cecil's attack is going to be truly fucking ridiculous. Alright, so take the Avenger off, and we're going to give him Excalibur. Went from 104 attack to 184. Almost double. And he still actually has one other sword in the game that's even stronger than that one, but it's also hard to find and it's difficult to get. You have to take a secret passage to fight a secret boss to get it, and it's not an easy fight. But it is worth it because I think it gives them something like 250 attack. Alright. Back to the moon. We have business there. And actually, it's a good thing because before I fight Bahamut, I should get Fusoya in my party. Speaking of, let me check my notes here. Oh yeah, I think I know who I was going to name him. Yep. I have a name already picked out. Since we're naming everybody after the Drunken Peasants podcast, Fusoya is going to be G-Time Johnny. I think that's appropriate. Alright, here we are. We're on the moon. Celestia banished us to the moon for 1,000 years. Alright. These things are a pain in the ass to fight. Now, you know what? Maybe there's actually one other thing that I should go back and do. I didn't think to do it at the time. Rosa's gonna need a bunch of arrows because we only have 10 of the really good ones. And I believe now that we've bought Excalibur, I think he will sell them. Or, yeah. And that will definitely be very useful going forward, so I'm going to go and actually check before we get too far along here. Yeah, I should have did it when I went to pick up Excalibur, but I forgot. Okay, that's good. We're going to, again, give that to Rydia, because her health is the one that's the lowest, so she's the one that needs it the most. It'll help her survive Zeromus's Big Bang attack. Okay. Yeah, we have to go back to the underworld really quick. No, no, I don't want to fight these things. We have tons of fucking money. We're fine. Final Fantasy IV is definitely one of my favorite games, because in what other game are you gonna have, you know, like dwarves and airships and space travel and ninjas and giant robots with what amounts to nuclear weapons on them? Like, I can't think of a game that just combines that many ridiculous elements. Let's see, yeah. Hopefully he should be selling these things. No, that's not good. He's probably not... okay, so he's not going to sell it until we get back. Well, yeah, it is funny because that's exactly what it comes down to. Yeah, like, we're gonna find this out in a second anyway, so, like, I don't feel bad about spoiling this, but yeah, all the magic in this planet actually did come from aliens, so it is now, like, wizards on Earth versus the aliens that gave them magic to begin with. Like, and I really love the juxtaposition of, you know, the very, like, techno, like, the ridiculous technology here. Because the Lunarians have very powerful technology, but they also have very powerful magic as well. So, like, you have areas like the Tower of Zot, or the Tower of Babel, or, you know, like, the ship here, or, you know, the Crystal Palace that we're about to go to, that are all very highly technologically advanced. But The Lunarians themselves are also very adept masters of magic. Okay. Well, she's just going to have to get by without having those arrows, unfortunately. So we'll just give her the charm back for the time being. So, this is about the point in the game where we start answering a lot of these ridiculous plot questions. I just wish the lunar path to get over to Fusoya was not so long. Yeah, that Excalibur attack just is absolutely bonkers. He just ran away? Oh, what a bitch. Yeah. I always found it really interesting, though, that this is a planet that has 2 moons around it, and, like, the party already knows at this point, because they found in one of, like, the hidden libraries that there is actually historical records that say this planet did not always have 2 moons. So they know that there's something really fishy about this one yet. They just don't know what it is yet. One of these is not like the other. One of them is just a regular moon that's completely uninteresting. This one has an atmosphere for some reason. Like, the fact that they can even walk on the surface of this moon is already incredible enough, but there's life on it. It's mysterious in that it's not supposed to be here. There's a spaceship that apparently takes you to it. And it seems like the crystals are somehow related to it, but, you know, we haven't figured out that connection yet. We're about to, though. And we're also about to learn why it is that the Tower of Babel is all lit up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, it actually does, because this moon is a spaceship, basically. It's a spaceship that just happens to also be a giant moon. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does so. And you're right, it should absolutely have, like, caused complete chaos on the surface of the planet when it changes the tides and everything. The gravitational forces of the 2 moons affecting the planet should have just completely, like, changed the face of the planet itself. It could have caused, like, coastal flooding like no tomorrow and killed entire, like, towns of people. Mysidia should not exist at this point. Alright, well, here's the Lunar Palace, so time for Fusoya to explain all this shit. Oh, hey guy that just appeared out of nothingness. Damn, that is an epic beard. Yeah, the Lunarians? Who the hell are those? A planet between Jupiter and Mars. Actually, there is theoretically a planet that did used to exist between Jupiter and Mars. It was called Ceres. So, I mean, it's actually funny because this is theoretically possible, you know. In our own solar system, Ceres was, in fact, a real planet that it's theorized that it's part of the reason that the asteroid belt exists between Mars and Jupiter, because Ceres kind of crumbled into it. Maybe like a meteor hit it or something. Yes. That's pretty incredible that, you know, a race of people could just make a moon. Yeah, this is insane. How do you just make a moon like this? And it's not even like a Death Star or anything. It's actually just, you know, a moon that somehow works. It's very natural. Yeah, there's one man that didn't want to sleep. Yes, yes, Zemus. See, this is another thing that they don't actually explain this, but the Tower of Babel was made by the Lunarians. For I don't know what could have possibly possessed them to build a tower that with an interdimensional elevator to summon a giant robot with nukes on it. But for some reason they thought, you know what? This primitive planet that we're going to try to leave alone for the most part so they can evolve to catch up to us. Let's put the single most dangerous possible weapon that we could even imagine on here. And we'll just let it be activated by these crystals that we need to keep the moon stabilized in orbit around this planet. I also want to know how it is that, like, nobody on this planet noticed that, you know, they were building the Tower of Babel. Or the Tower of Zot, for that matter. Yeah, so they just, you know, spelled it out that airship technology was a gift from the Lunarians. Also, it's interesting because this translation actually tells you that Cecil's mother's name is Cecilia, and the original it does not ever mention who she is. Oh yeah, and also Kluya built the trial machine on Mount Ordeal. Just yet another thing that the Lunarians just built and nobody seemed to notice. I don't like this all-mage Fusoya though. I think Sage was a better class name for him. I think in the original they called him Lunarian. They didn't want to call him Sage because I think Tellah was already a Sage, so... Yes, I have played every version of Final Fantasy IV in every system. The only exception is I have not played it on the WonderSwan color because I don't own one yet. And I have not played it on the Super Famicom because I also don't own a Famicom. I do have a copy of the Famicom version of the game sitting next to me though. I just picked it up a few weeks ago at Too Many Games. Yep. So yeah, the 8 crystals on the Earth, you know, just cause the moon to stay in orbit. There's some kind of energy link between them that keeps it in balance. I like the DS cutscenes because it does add a lot to the story. There's still some stuff that you only get out of the GBA version though. I do think this translation's pretty good. It definitely adds a lot more to the story than the original translation does. So I'm liking Project 2 thus far. Actually, yeah, I don't know why the moon crystals are sentient, but the Earth ones are not. What's really interesting though is if you've ever played the PSP version, the Final Fantasy IV and the PSP comes with the sequel to it, which is called the After Years, and you can find other sets of crystals in that game, which do the same thing as this. what's really interesting is that Final Fantasy IV, the After Years, actually explains the entire purpose of why there are crystals to begin with. The crystals observe and record history on all life on a given planet, so it returns that information back to a source then eventually. They also have a secondary function where they can be used as an energy source, but their primary purpose is to record history and civilization. So theoretically, it may be because these crystals have actually, maybe these ones are full of information about the Lunarians, which is why you can actually interact with them. Is it's possible that the Earth crystals simply aren't advanced enough to be able to communicate with yet. But that would also suggest at some point, after, a few million years, of life of having evolved on the planet, you should be able to communicate with them, and they'll know a whole bunch about the history of the planet. But I always thought it was kind of weird that, the moon crystals do talk to you and the Earth ones don't. I'm still really salty, though, that I couldn't steal the crystals from the top of the Tower of Babel. I think that if you cast Float on your party, you should not have to fall into the pit trap that go all the way back into the underworld. But apparently, that would just break the story of the game if you could just steal all the crystals at that point. They were right there. I was like 10 feet away from them, damn it. Yes, I know I'm poisoned. Chat, I want you to heal him. Well, and here's the thing. They're all, for whatever reason, their stasis area is actually near the core of the moon. I don't know why they put it in such an inaccessible spot, but that is at the end of the game where you see Fusoya and Golbez walk off towards. There is a path that leads towards it. You never get to go there, unfortunately. I would really like to. I think it'd be really cool to see. But, yeah, it's the area that's like right after where the final boss is, and it's just a mystery, unfortunately. But this still doesn't explain why there are monsters on the moon, though. Like, I think that's the only thing that never actually gets explained in here. Like, I get why there are Lunarians on the moon. I don't understand why it is that, that there are just these monsters, that there's no possible way the Lunarians would want them there. Alright. Fusoya, yeah, he's gotta be up there, because I don't want him getting attacked. Alright, his equipment, yeah, it's not terribly great. Yeah, we can't be giving him that either. I don't really have anything else to give him that's better than that, so he's just gonna have to make do. The other thing that's unfortunate is that he also can't level up. Or well, I should say, when he does level up, none of his stats change. I mean, it's entirely possible. Yeah. Urzemus is basically a manifestation of evil itself, so I could kind of see it. Let's see, Genji Shield, that'll help. So we're going to fight a few behemoths in here, and they're a pain in the ass to deal with, but if you attack them correctly, they're not that bad. Actually, I probably should have fought that thing. That was pretty weak. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, the gloves, however, I'm going to give to him, because he needs the defense way more. Oh, good. They gave him his Reagan ability back. That's kind of neat. Yeah, everybody has still got the Mage Masher on. Alright. Oh, you know what? There is one Alright, I need to not forget. I have to rename Fasoya. You know what? We're not too far into this cave. I'm just going to do it quick. We'll leave it. Because we're not going to have him for too long, and I do want to Okay, it just killed itself. Cool. Ah. No. Fuck it. Now we're going to do this. Yeah, I totally forgot. We have to visit Naming Way. Otherwise it defeats the point of doing all this shit. Come on. Yeah, I don't quite understand though. Like, if the Lunarians were gonna build an artificial moon, why would they not just build a Death Star? That seems to be like the kind of shit that they're into anyway. I mean, they have giant robots with like nuclear weapons, so which one of you is Naming Way? Yes. Yes, we do want to change his name. Good old G-Time Johnny. Alright, there we go. That's all better. Gotta enjoy it while we have him. Yeah, we can't go back to Earth yet because we have to get Bahamut first. I mean, we don't have to, but I really want to. The sooner you have it, the better. It makes fighting the 4 fiends a lot easier. Give this a save. Alright, let's try this again. Oh yeah, we'll fight these things. Okay, that was a little bit more effective than I was hoping it would be. Oh, that's awful. Soft. Ow. No, bad. Bad Cirrus. That is the weirdest name for an enemy. Cirrus? At least we got that last bit of healing in for free. Oh, good. Life 2 is good. Fire 3 is also very good. Let's see, that goes here. needs to heal himself a little bit. Cecil's magic is always the most expendable because, like, he's the least likely person to need it in battle, so I try to use his first. It just seems more productive that way. Alright, yeah. That ought to do. Honestly, like, I think Cecil only really has magic for flavor reasons. Like, there's almost no practical purpose to him being able to cast spells. Because, like, 99% of the time, you're not gonna want him to do that. He's way too good at physically attacking to ever do that. Like, you have to be in pretty dire emergency situations in order to be considering it. Ow, these things are hitting pretty hard. Okay, that was way stronger than I was anticipating. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, between fights, like, it's fine. His magic stat is really weak, but he's not going to need it in battle. It'd be really cool if he could do something like, you know, if he had Blink or Shell or like some of the actual useful spells that you might want to cast with him. Or even like Berserk or something. That would be really cool. Protect would be very flavorful for him to know. Like, if you're going to give him white magic, you should at least give him some of the good ones. So, like, honestly, I think his dark ability was way cooler. I almost kind of wish he still had that, because being able to hit multiple enemies at the same time was really cool. Alright. Yeah. It's fine. Alright. We don't want to go up there just yet. We need to get this treasure chest. I also don't understand why it is that he has an ability to, like the cover command. He already does it automatically, so there's not really any purpose to him having it as a command when he just naturally does it. Alright, here we go. Now, behemoths are really easy to beat if you know how to do it right. Just don't attack them unless you can afford to take a hit from them. So really, the only people that should attack them are your strongest physical attackers. And anyone else just, you know, is either healing or not doing anything. Because the behemoths never actually attack you on their own. They only counterattack. Also, you can do this. So, which does help a lot. I don't even need to do that. Just pray. Yeah, like Edge's ninja magic I think is really cool. And I wish that Cecil's had, like, you know, some kind of equivalent to it. Like, his white magic just seems, like, underwhelming for the most part. Okay, that's concerning. The good thing is that Reagan is helping quite a lot. I don't want him to be doing pretty much anything else, so... See, that was pretty easy. Behemoths are not that bad. However, we're gonna have to fight like 2 more of these fuckers, so... Yeah, there's no more treasure chests. Actually, I should have used cover, or image first. Oh shit, I didn't realize he was almost out of mana. There we go. Now pretty much everyone else just needs to sit back and just... They'll heal automatically, so... As long as Cecil and Edge are fine, then there's nothing to worry about. They'll just keep pounding them. Get him. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I hope it's that easy when we have to fight Bahamut. Alright, last behemoth. Alright, he has just enough to do this once more. Perfect. Okay, same strategy, just Cecil and Edge will beat the shit out of him, and everyone else will just stand back and heal. I mean, Rydia can't actually hurt him with magic at all, and summoning is not worth it against this thing, so there's not really any point. Oh, well. Shit. I guess Rydia's gonna have something useful to do this turn. Oh shit, did he just actually attack on his own? I didn't even realize he did that, to be honest. Like, he does it so infrequently, it's like... I guess if you just don't attack him for a few rounds, then he just does that, so... Yeah, that's fine. Oh, come on. No, I'm not fighting a silver dragon. Yes, I am half Lunarian. Thank you for noticing. Is there something wrong with being half Lunarian? Or is it the Earth half that you have a problem with? Alright, well. Yeah, you know what? We should do this just in case. Yes, time to kill Bahamut. yeah, this light veil that should put wall on me. Sweet. We might actually get through this fight without anyone dying for a change. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end this stream right after we finish killing Bahamut here, because yeah, I have work in the morning too, so I don't want to run too late in this. And then yeah, the next one that I do will be the Giant of Babel. And normally I try to do this for about 2 hours at a time. So, but yeah, I am definitely going to be finishing this. I try to do like once or twice a week. So I hope you enjoy it. I mean, I love this game a lot. Who does not have wall on them right now? Oh shit. Yeah, that's a countdown. Alright, yeah, so it should only take like another minute or two, and we're going to be done here anyway, so. Like I said, this is probably like the 15th time that I've played through this game, so I know pretty much everything there is to know about it. I really love watching the speedruns when they use the 64 floor glitch in order to beat the game in 2.5 hours. They're great. I like the speed. Yeah, I think it's the speed gamers usually do a charity stream every year. I think they just did one like a few weeks ago where they did all the Final Fantasy speedruns. It's great to watch. So I just figured I wanted to play through and just share a lot of this stuff with everyone, because I grew up in the era of SNES games, and I really enjoy them, and I hope that, you know, somebody who's never played this game before sees it and understands, you know, what gaming was like back in the day. So yeah, we're gonna save here before shit gets too out of hand with the Giant of Babel. That ought to be really fun to start off with next time. So, thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back probably. Maybe it's like Sunday night. I might do another one. I'll probably have time then. So, all right. I'll see you guys later.